Sawadee Cup and welcome to another episode here for the Funky Pod. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's Wrestling Wednesday, and this Wednesday, I thought, well, let's just break it down. In my head, there's now playing the Jericho, the old Jericho theme is playing. Break the walls down. Let's break it down. So, what I usually try to do is like focusing or talking about. Not just recapping what happened, because there are many great channels out there. Cultaholic used to be a great channel. Now it's just clickbait. See, I'm so upset with Cultaholic these days that I'm actually forgot how to pronounce. Grammar is gone. I'm so upset with Cultaholic that I actually forgot how to pronounce words. My angry German side is coming out when I think about Cultaholic. It used to be so cool. Anyway, so I'm not breaking down stuff, but I try to look at it from a media, and it sounds so snobby, from a media. I don't want to say scholar. Professor sounds also very snobby. From someone who's like doing lots of media research and media work, and like trying to look at like, okay, does the storytelling make sense? How could I have produced it a little bit better, differently? Does it make sense? And so on. And still, I'm only watching AEW on a regular basis just because of the time. WWE just lost me like last year at some point, and I haven't been back yet. I do watch some highlights though, and of course the pay-per-views then, yes, sure. Well, most of them, not all of them. And the one thing I have to say right now is, so I do follow lots of martial arts as well, right? So martial arts is like, I train martial arts. And so it's a martial arts t-shirt too. So I followed martial arts outlets, IG accounts and whatnot. And now Roman Reigns popped up basically everywhere. I think he went to the box. Did he went to the Canelo? Did he go to the Canelo fight? I think he went to the Canelo fight. Or at least he popped up on like now every combat sports channel imaginary. Great PR move. Yeah, put him up everywhere. Fantastic. He's still keeping kayfabe alive, which is great. Paul Heyman with him, also great, and Paul Heyman is sweating. Like I think my favorite interview was, of course, with the Schmo. Shout out to the Schmo. If you don't know the Schmo, follow the Schmo on IG. Just type in the Schmo, SEHMO. He interviewed Roman Reigns, also in character. And like what Roman thinks about like Logan Paul, now challenging him for the title at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. Yeah. That they're still doing this, ridiculous. Yeah, I know they have contracts, but come on. Anyway, so then and Reigns says something like, "It's a smart move. Like Logan Paul is a smart guy. It seems like he has a smart advisor." And then he turns to Paul Heyman. And Paul Heyman starts like to sweat and like, oh my god, no, I would never, my tribal chief, oh my god. And Reigns goes back and it's like, it's just a test, Paul. It was just a test. It was awesome. They made it up on the fly. It looked like it, but it was still great. So I do appreciate that. See, so maybe I should go back to watch some WWE again, especially now with all the drama in AEW. But for now, we focus on the drama in AEW. Because what I hear from WWE is just like that the whole Anoa'i family, everyone that's related to The Rock and Roman Reigns now has all the titles. So, but maybe I'll dive into that soon again. So for now, Media Prof reacts to AEW wrestling, but mostly AEW. All right, okay. I don't know where to start. I have notes here, but I don't know where to start. Simply because the drama in AEW, oh my god, is it a work? Is it a shoot? Is it both? Probably both to some extent. So first, again, not breaking everything down, but first like my personal thoughts, and then I'll try to analyze it. Okay, so my personal thoughts. I cannot imagine that EVPs are that petty. So either they aren't EVPs, and it was all just farce, which I don't believe, or they are EVPs, they're very terrible, or they are the EVPs and it's really just kind of like a work shoot kind of thing. Which I think probably makes the most sense. For Punk, it's just annoying. It doesn't really matter if it's a work or a shoot, it's annoying, no matter what it is. Also for the EVPs, of course. It's also, it doesn't really matter. It's annoying. I don't see, and now I'm also already analyzing. I don't see a payoff that is satisfying here. Yes, you can build them against each other. Sure, still not satisfying. No matter who wins or who gets the shit beat out of them, not going to be satisfied. I want them all to lose all the time very badly now. I don't care about either of them right now because it's just not professional. It's just plain annoying. So I did believe in the beginning it was a work, simply because the way Punk was talking, like, it was seemed like very exaggerated, and like the way he was chewing on his brownie or whatever he had. Was just like very like, I'm a villain now. So I thought like, okay, that's the turn now. That's the Punk turn, or like at least that's how they start up the Punk turn. But then of course it didn't lead to anything much. So, And then of course the fact that it overshadowed MJF's comeback was like an indicator that it might not be a work, because why would you overshadow such a huge comeback? Because otherwise this would have been the talk of the town. And it's really sad that it's not. So here the analysis part, right? So from a storytelling point of view, terrible. Like Punk, EVPs, terrible. If you could have cut that out, left it out, and only focused on MJF, that would have been perfect. Because it's been 2 weeks, I think, since he returned now as a time of recording that video. And he's hot again, of course. People love to hate him, of course. He's doing all the right things right now. He's saying all the right things. I'm not a fan of the new stable, but it made sense to some extent that he has some hired guns again, of course. But it's still like overshadowed by all the drama. And that's just not good storytelling. That's not good production. That's not good anything. Not good leadership also, it seems. Okay, so now we have this out of the way. Now let's not focus on this, let's focus on the rest. Okay, so what else do we have? We have MJF right now. Fantastic persona. Great arc. Keeping kayfabe alive with his, like, I think he got engaged or something. I saw a picture and he's like, his tweet was something, what was it? I know lots of ladies' hearts break right now, but don't worry, just because there's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score. Fantastic, I love it. So yeah, he's the only professional, it seems, right now. Like the only, like, not the only, but like the only one who's really, really into it. Like keeping kayfabe alive no matter what. It's fantastic. The insides are back. Everything is awesome. So kayfabe. Also, like what I mean, like in real life, keeping the kayfabe alive. Like when he starts doing interviews, he doesn't let his guard down. He's always MJF, which is just great. That's what I want to see from a wrestler, right? I don't want him to go up then and be like, oh yeah, everything's awesome. Yeah, I'm so happy to be. No, keep it up. I like it. I appreciate it. Never turn babyface, man. Never. He can be the babyface for a night if he fights like another a-hole or something, but other than that, keep MJF the way he is. Fantastic. Because you understand why he's the way he is. So from the persona, right, point of view, it's great. The audience can understand why he does what he does. He's not just a mean to be mean. He has a reason. He explains it. It's just great. So that's awesome. What else do we have? We have the Blackpool Combat Club. I like the people in the Blackpool Combat Club. I don't want to say BCC, but they're cool. Yeah, so Moxley, great. Wheeler Yuta, awesome. Claudio Castagnoli, fantastic. Bryan Danielson, and it's the first time I say his name correctly, also great. I don't know where they're going with this now. Are they just gonna be now in the final for the title and then gonna shake hand afterwards? Or is it if Bryan Danielson wins, is Mox gonna go nuts and leave the BCC? See? What's happening? I'm intrigued, a little bit worried that they're gonna break up the club already. Like then maybe it's gonna be like in 2 fractions, pro Danielson, pro Moxley or something. I hope not. I hope William Regal just slaps some sense into them again. But I'm a bit worried. Okay. Then, what else do we have? Claudio Castagnoli. I'm happy that he's the ROH champ right now. Doesn't mean that much to the average viewer, I assume. I do like the character of like that hard-working wrestler. Makes sense so far. He didn't have like a huge feud so far, so can't really say much about it. But so far, so good. Haven't screwed him up yet. The one dude I'm really fed up with is Eddie Kingston. I know he's got like a loyal, hardcore following. I don't understand why. I think it's in the ring. Yeah, it's a strong style. I understand that. So different styles for different people. Fair. But I also don't really like his promos because they're very repetitive. They are like, I'm angry, I'm mad, you suck, I'm gonna kick your ass. And sure, it might that maybe some people like it, and I liked it in the beginning. Like a year ago, I was still like, yeah, Eddie Kingston. Now a year later, I'm like, again. It's always, and then he just walks out all angry. So it's always the same kind of thing. So I do like to see some kind of personal development maybe there. It would be nice because people change, right? People change over a year. So why isn't Eddie Kingston changing? So let me see the change in Eddie Kingston. That's what I'm saying. Maybe then I could get behind him again. Yeah, we've seen a change in Moxley. We've seen a change in Bryan Danielson. We've seen a change in Wheeler Yuta, the most important or most impressive change, I believe. So we've seen changes in people. We're seeing the change in Jungle Boy. I'm sure. Now, slowly but surely, we're going to see him change. His approach, his style of wrestling, maybe a little bit. We will see different personal development there. He's going to learn. I think his character is going to learn from what happened. So why don't we see character development in Eddie Kingston? That's what I'm saying. There are a few other characters there that could use some more development, of course. Like, I don't want to say it, but I mean, I like Danhausen. Danhausen, I like you. I was about to call this podcast Hausen, but I don't know where they're going with him. Yes, he's the comedy relief, understood. But where is it all going is the question. But you can before you hate on me, of course you can't have like all characters develop at the same time at the same speed into something at a similar level. Of course, I understand. So let's hope there's something for him down the line besides just being the comedy relief, right? While he's doing this great, but maybe there's something down there. I think he's a more sellable wrestling character than Santino. I see some online comparisons, just like Santino. But I do think he's got some more to him than just Santino. No offense to Santino. Santino was great. Okay. Having that said, I mean, I don't want to go down or go over every single wrestler on the AEW roster because it would take like 3 years. And why am I not on the roster, Tony? Come on, seriously, you got everybody on there. The one arc I'm not interested in, but I hope something's going to happen is still with Jade Cargill because I'm still not into her. I still don't like the way she's booked, and making her the female Goldberg is just not going to do her any favors in this day and age, I believe. So we need to see something else there. Okay. But yeah, so mainly, I have like 1,000 notes here, but if I go through all of them, this podcast is going to be like 3 hours long, and we've got the Cultaholic podcast for that. Okay, I stopped digging at Cultaholic now. I'm sorry, I like you guys. It's just you sold out for the clicks. But yeah, okay. Let's leave it at this, I think, because otherwise it's going to take forever, and I'm gonna get sad at one point because it started with such high hopes. And now we're at a point, and we want to, right? We want to ignore. I want to ignore the Punk EVP thingy, but you can't because there's such important figures in AEW. You can't just move on. Unfortunately, you can't just move on to Hangman, to Miro. What happened to Miro? Oh God, what happened to him? For example, that's a very sad thing. Miro should be one of the central stars of the company, I believe. Like. Okay, but let's leave it at this. Maybe, okay, yeah, I have an idea. We will do this now. Okay, moving forward, I'm going to do like a breakdown of the each wrestler, oh God, it's going to take forever. Of the main card wrestlers, still going to take forever. Thanks, Tony Khan. And just then maybe 1 or 2 per episode, and then just break them down from like someone in the media business, like why are they doing this, how did they design the character, what are the thoughts behind it, and so on. I think that could make sense, and I think that would be fun for me to see if I can do it, and hopefully also add some benefits for you. Let me know if that makes sense, then I'll get to it, because I think I really just thought about it right now, and I think that could be really, really cool actually. At least for me. I'll do it anyways. If you like the idea, like, share, subscribe. Let me know which ones I should dive in first, besides MJF, of course. Other than that, like, share, subscribe, obviously. Don't make me insult you. Rate this podcast if you're listening to it on Apple, Google, Spotify, wherever, because then more people can find it. That would be really helpful. Thank you very much. As always, thanks for being here. Take care, stay safe. Don't forget to kick out a 2. Sawadee Cup.